everybody and welcome back to Granya's Kitchen. I am beyond excited. I have got two of my Slimming World Besties here. This is Emma.
Hi guys.
And we have Carol. So when we all became consultants 4 years ago, and we met at Dublin Airport flying out for that very first round of scary training. So Emma, you've come up from Limerick today?
Yeah, my groups are in Raheen in the Southport Hotel in Limerick, and I'm running there on a Wednesday and on a Saturday. So it's busy out, all good, and delighted to be here this weekend with Grania and Carol.
Yay! And Carol all the way up from Cork. Talk us about your groups.
I'm in Youghal in Cork, and I'm on a Wednesday, Thursday and Saturday. I absolutely love them. And it's really great to see the two of you will be doing this, which is nice.
Yeah.
I love it. So what we have decided to cook today is chicken pizza, a favourite with all of our members. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through how to do it, but we've all chosen different toppings for our pizzas. We're all very different likes and dislikes. So I am going to top my chicken pizza with some caramelised red onion, some parma ham, some goat's cheese, some pine nut and some basil. Emma, what are you putting on top of yours?
I love everything on my pizza, special, everything, just give me everything. So we're going to have some mixed peppers, some mixed onions, we've got red and white, we've got some mushrooms, we've got some lovely yellow sweet corn, bring some more colour in there, and we have some chopped ham along with our cheese as well. Yeah.
Love it. And Carol?
Yeah, I'm keeping it simple. We have the pesto with some tomato puree, peppers, onions and mushrooms. Nice and tasty.
The first part of it is to take our chicken breast. So what I've got here is some cling film, and actually I need some cling film for the top as well, Carol, if you'll be so good. So I'm going to butterfly this chicken. So literally all you mean by butterflying it is just kind of a little slit down the middle so that it is easier to flatten it. So that's on a piece of cling film. My beautiful assistant Carol is fighting with it. I love it. That goes on top. Now the fun bit. You get your rolling pin, and if you're feeling in any way, I'm not saying that I've got any pent up aggression or frustration at all. At all. And you kill the chicken. You kill the chicken. So you do that with all 3 pieces of
What do you think of
chicken.
it now while you're beating that chicken?
What or who? There you have then a lovely piece of flattened chicken, and that's going to be the base for the pizza. So we're going to flatten the rest of the chicken and then we will start making. So first step then of my pizza is to caramelise the onion. Really simple. I have got a red onion here. You're going to put that into the pan. I've got the pan at about 7, and then I'm simply going to add balsamic vinegar to this. So a little bit of balsamic, and I am going to let that kind of cook down for about sort of 6-7 minutes. You want the onions to become really sweet, so I'm turning the heat down now till about 4, and you're going to know yourself when those onions are kind of sweet and gooey, that means they're ready. You could do this in the oven if you wanted as well. Just throw them into the oven, slice like that with the balsamic vinegar on top, and bake them for about 20 minutes. But we're just going to, as I say, let that cook away there for a few minutes. So you can see there the onion has caramelized absolutely beautifully. I did add a tiny little bit more balsamic vinegar about halfway through the cooking. It just looked a little bit dry. Then to make your pizza, you're going to kind of put them onto a baking tray. You take your chicken base, pop it down like that, and then you're essentially just topping it up. So I am going to put some basil on, so gorgeous fresh basil. You can't beat basil on a pizza in my opinion, and it's a gorgeous mix with the other ingredients. Then I'm going to add some red onion. So the red onion there goes on top. I'm going to add some parma ham. So some gorgeous parma ham there, which the saltiness of that is going to cut through the onions as well. Then I've got goat's cheese. So I've got 30 grams of goat's cheese here, and I am going to just slice that up, and I am going to put that on top. How gorgeous. Doesn't it look beautiful? I know. We're going to have to do a third of each of these pizzas, by the way, girls. We can't all just hold on to our own.
Yeah, I'm already thinking, I don't know which one I want the most.
And the final ingredient that I have decided to put on is some pine nuts. So I've got 25 grams of pine nuts. I'm not going to put all of those on, but just a few pine nuts on there. And look at that.
crispy
And I'll
taste.
tell you what else. I'm just deciding. I am going to drizzle on a little bit of balsamic vinegar on the top because I think that's going to just make it lovely and lift it. So there you go. Pizza number 1 is ready for the oven, and we're going to build the other 2 pizzas on here now as well. So now over to Emma, and Emma is going to top the next chicken pizza.
Great, so guys, we're going to do a nice mix of everything here. We're going to start with our tomato
Puree.
I'm thinking passata. Tomato puree, and we're going to add some Italian herbs to that. Now you can put whatever you want into this. If you don't have Italian herbs, you can add in your oregano, you could do your basil, they can all be dried as well. You don't have to have it fresh, whatever you want. And if you don't have the puree, you can use passata as well. It can be a little bit runny, so if you want to add some passata to it, it can thicken it up a little bit as well. So you're just going to put in as much as you want, as herby as you want. You can add some crushed chilies to this to make it a little bit spicy as well, if you want a little bit of that. So quick and easy, mixed, on we go, and we spread it out there.
That's so simple.
Easy peasy.
It's lovely taste.
It's up to you how much you want to use.
I love that.
I'm just going to...
And I think that you're right, the tomato puree is better, the passata is
Right,
it just
better,
runs off us and it gives
Passata
that
can
little
be-
tang.
But if you're using if you use a full thing of passata and use some tomato puree, you can have some for a couple of days in the fridge. You can use it for your pastas as well on a different day. It doesn't all have to be used on the same day.
Oh, I love that idea.
So then we have some cheese, and we're just going to sprinkle our cheese over 40 grams of the reduced fat. And this is the low, so this is counting as your healthy extra A if you want to use that. Whatever peppers you want, if you like green, if you like red, yellow, orange, it's up to yourself. Just chop. You can do the strips, so you can have them chopped small.
It's the
Little
colour.
bit of colour.
Yeah.
A little bit of colour. And I love lots of onion as well, so the red onion and the white onion, lots of it on there. It's really, really tasty. See that? Look, it's piled up already. Loads on it. I'm always looking for more. Some mushrooms, just spread them out there as well. And we've got some ham here, and this is just diced ham out of a pack, chopped up. And we're going to use a little bit of sweet corn as well. Just sprinkle that on top. A few bits there, everywhere. So,
That looks
and
gorgeous.
just to finish it off, we'll have a little sprinkle of cheese.
Do you know what as well? I love the fact that you put the cheese in the bottom because I would
Yeah,
always
never
when making
thought of
pizza
that
put it on
either, yeah.
top.
Yeah, it's built like a mountain now, so we move.
Definitely want some of that as well.
Yeah,
Love us.
absolutely.
Love 2 chicken pizzas done, 1 to go. Over to you, Carol.
Thank you. So mine is slightly different in that I have the reduced fat pesto in that. I just think it gives a lovely kick and it gives you that real Italian kind of taste to it. So I'm literally just taking a level teaspoon of it, a tablespoon of it here, and throwing it into the jar, and I'm moving along then and having some of the tomato puree as well. Again, just to give it that kind of real Italian-y taste, I think is.
I was never think of combining pesto and tomato puree.
Yeah.
Never.
I love the taste of the two of them together. I just think it is, and it's a great one to actually, like you were saying earlier on, over your pastas or you know, just as it makes, or it's nice on the side. You know, if you make your chicken goujons or anything like that, there's just something to dip into.
Even just instead of butter on a sandwich.
Oh,
Wouldn't that be gorgeous?
yeah.
Something different.
So you can see the different colours of it then too, which kind of just it gives you that lovely.
What she's saying is that she sees your tomato puree, she's raising
Yes.
pesto and tomato puree.
I just can't wait to sink my teeth into all of these things. It's going to be gorgeous.
Competition on.
I often call myself the lazy chef, so this kind of thing is something that you can mix beforehand, have sitting there, or if I'm really in a hurry and I'm starving, it only takes a second to just throw the two of these together, and that's what it is. Yes, but isn't it
absolutely
fab?
gorgeous.
White onions there on top, and some nice mixed peppers. I cut them up a little bit smaller. I like them diced up, and again the colour, the taste of them together. Some nice mushrooms in. I do love my mushrooms, so I am going to throw a little bit of them in there, and top it off with my Lolo cheese, 40 grams on top, and
Fantastic.
all done, ready to go.
Sometimes we eat with our eyes as well, so when we see lots of colour on it, it's like, you know.
But I love the fact that it's 3 different ones as well.
And the versatility of the fact that if you're doing it with family, everybody can kind of do their own combination of it as well. Which is great.
Yeah, there's a taste for everyone.
So all ready for the oven. So these are going to bake in the oven for about 20 minutes because we flattened the chicken breast. I mean, chicken breast only takes 20 minutes anyway, but that will make sure that it's cooked through. What we're going to add to the side, just to bake along with it for the 20 minutes, are some tomatoes, and that will accompany the pizza with a beautiful rocket salad as well. So 20 minutes in at 200 or 400 degrees is what you are looking for. Look! Final product. How gorgeous it smells in here, isn't it amazing?
Absolutely yum.
There you go, 3 absolutely delicious chicken pizzas. So we're going to just actually really simply have them on this board rather than putting them on, because we're all going to share them. So we have got the rocket, and the first one out is Emma's. And you're going to put, what are you going to put on top of it?
I'm going to put some crushed chilies. They're lovely on top of everything, really, anything you want. But if you want a little kick, they're really, really tasty in it. So just a few.
I love that.
And sprinkle over.
And we have Carol's one there as well, which is looking stunning. And there in the middle we have our balsamic vinegar one, or our onion one, and we have our yummy tomatoes. So they went in at the same time. That cooked in the oven for 20 minutes. So there you go. Lunch is served before these girls have got a long trip back to Limerick and Cork. Thank you guys so much for coming to Granny's Kitchen.
Thank you.
Loved it. It's been a great weekend.
Fabulous.
Yay.
Absolutely super.
We are going off to eat.
Yes.
Bye.